Hello and welcome to the fifth film in our Design Details series. In it, we take a look at the various different ways that facades can be represented in 1:20 scale drawings. Submissions for architectural design competitions often involve facade sections and elevations that allow the judging panel to see something of the construction of the building, as well as giving them an impression of the look of the facade as a whole. This image shows the facade of our first prize-winning design for a new building at the German Embassy in Vienna. It shows a cube-shaped structure with deeply inset windows and the transparent glass facade of the ambassador's function rooms. Fine lines indicate the joints in the white natural stone facade. 1:20 scale facade drawings can also be produced in black and white with lots of technical information. In this elevation of our psychiatric unit at Altscherbitz Hospital, the drawing emphasizes the neat brick bond, the concrete windowsills, and the upright course of bricks of the upstand. This type of upright brickwork is called a soldier course. In contrast, this elevation of our proposal for an office building at the German Bundestag in Berlin is in color and far more illustrative in nature. This type of elevation is often rendered on the basis of a textured 3D model and then post-edited using Photoshop. The drawing shows as realistically as possible the shadows and reflections created by the natural light. Trees, cars, and people are often included in rendered facade elevations to add scale and make them more lifelike. Without the people shown on the ground floor, it would be difficult to imagine the size of the multi-story framework structure of this design competition entry for a theatre in Ingolstadt. It's also possible to mix technical and illustrative drawing styles. This 1:20 scale facade detail drawing for a church project in Munster shows how the design, which uses exposed brickwork both inside and outside the building, is to be achieved in technical terms. When a building is very large, it's possible to show part of the facade to suggest the appearance of the facade as a whole. In this rendering for a design competition for an apartment block in Berlin, we illustrated two full column spans of 1 story with portions of the adjacent areas. It shows the main design features of the facade and the footballing allegiances of a potential resident. Shadows can be used to increase the clarity of 1:20 scale facade elevations by emphasizing the depths of the various elements. This rendering of a school project in the Bavarian town of Karlsfeld shows a first outer layer of vertical timber cladding sitting in front of slim supports positioned between the windows, with the windows themselves set some distance behind the supports. The shadow cast by the tree on the facade gives the whole drawing more spatial depth. Shadows can also be shown on 1:20 scale facade sections. In this student project designed here at Dortmund Technical University, the shadows depicted in the section view show which parts of the facade are opaque and which are transparent. Summary: facade sections and elevations provide information about the construction of a building and provide an impression of how the front of the building looks as a whole. Depending on the project and purpose of the representation, facade drawings can range from highly technical to illustrative. Shadows can be used to emphasize the depths of different elements. Why not take a look at the sixth film in our Design Details series? In it, we explain how to draw shadows by hand in a 1:20 scale view.